How's it going, everybody? Looks like the chat is already popping off. Everybody seems to be super excited about Marvel Trivia. So you can go ahead and go to crowd.live and enter code 9ZZYW. And that's 9ZZYW in order to get into the game. Super excited to do some Marvel Trivia with everybody. We're going to get started about 5:03, 5:04 Phoenix time, just so that we allow everybody enough time to get in and make sure that they're all set and ready to go. Again, you can play from either your phone, your tablet, your computer, anything that's got an internet browser. All you have to do is go to crowd.live and enter code 9ZZYW. Excelsior indeed. Jay DeMont. Oh, Jay DeMonet. Sorry about that. All right, so just so you know, we're going to be playing 3 or 4 games. We've been adjusting the amount of questions to go with the trivia. So right now it's at 15 questions per game, and that will be somewhere around 3 to 4 games to fit into the hour. Do make sure that you stick around in case you do enjoy some Harry Potter as well, because we have Harry Potter trivia coming up from 6 to 7 on here. So make sure you stay tuned. It should be up on your screen. You should see it scrolling on that bar, but it is 9ZZYW. Again, that code is 9ZZYW. See, we thought that we were catching 2 birds with 1 stone, be able to get a whole bunch of people to come for both Marvel and Harry Potter. Even though they're 2 completely different systems, there is definitely a lot. And I actually have, I'm kind of set up right now. I've got some Marvel goodies over here. We have our Rocket Raccoon. We've got Deadpool, Spider-Man, and the Incredible Hulk. I raided all of my son's stuffed animals again, as usual. I hope some of you guys were here for Star Wars trivia on May the 4th. Maybe we'll do some Star Wars as far as like a thing goes again later on, but I don't think that we're going to do a full 2-hour block like we did before. All right, so we're at about 5:03. I'm going to go ahead and give a couple more stragglers some chance to get in. Make sure that you go to crowd.live and enter code 9ZZYW. Again, that's 9ZZYW. Express your nerdiness all you want, Jay DeMonet. We're okay. We're all giant nerds. I've got my Deadpool Peekaboo shirt on as well to go with this. All right, we're going to go ahead and get started with Marvel Trivia 1, everybody. So I'm going to go ahead and start this game. Okay, so you will see the code or the stuff up on the screen, and we're going to run this the same way that we've done it before, to where I'm going to read the questions off to you on the air, and then I will start the timer. We did add the submit button into this that some people didn't want us to add in for Star Wars, but I added the submit button because there is a tendency on some browsers for things to shift as the time starts, and if you want to be able to get in as quickly as possible, sometimes people were getting in some wrong answers. So you will have to click the one that you select and then hit submit in order to get it. All right, but without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. What did the Avengers eat after the battle with the Chitauri in Avengers? Is it A, Chinese, B, shawarma, C, pizza, or D, falafel? We're doing a 20-second timer, so make sure you guys have ample time to get in. All right, after that first question, let's see what we've got answer-wise. 76% of people said shawarma, and the correct answer is shawarma. You would actually have to stick around into the extra credit scenes in order to know that, although I guess a lot of people kind of knew that one. All right, moving on to question 2. Who is Captain America's longtime love interest? Is it A, Peggy Carter, B, Black Widow, C, Maria Hill, or D, Sharon Carter? This one's not too tricky for a lot of people. However, there's a name in there that's kind of thrown in there that will throw you off a little bit. All right. 94% of people said Peggy Carter, and the correct answer is Peggy Carter. Sharon Carter is actually Peggy's niece, if I remember right, and she is a S.H.I.E.L.D. agent, too. He did have the hots for her for a teeny tiny bit in the Captain America movies, though. Question 3. Who directed the Avengers films? Is it A, the Russo brothers, B, Stanley Kubrick, C, Taika Waititi, or D, John Watts? Make sure that you're going on the actual game itself instead of trying to put the answers in the chat, everybody, because you won't get any points if you just put it in the chat. All right. 81% of people said the Russo brothers. The correct answer is the Russo brothers. All right. Question 4. Who directed Thor Ragnarok? Was it A, Joss Whedon, B, Taika Waititi, C, Obadiah Stane, or D, the Russo brothers? Korg, I think, might be everybody's favorite character from that movie. And is also technically the correct answer to this question. 47% of people said Joss Whedon, and 42% of people said Taika Waititi. The correct answer is Taika Waititi, who actually did the voice for Korg as well. All right, moving on to question 5, and then we will check to see our leaderboard. In Avengers 1, what famous game is being played on the bridge of the helicarrier? Is it A, Centipede, B, Galaga, C, Bubble Bobble, or D, Pac-Man? It's funny, every one of these games has actually made its relevancy into current day movies. All right. 74% of people said Galaga, and the correct answer is Galaga. All right. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and check out our leaderboard. Jerf is in the lead with 462 points, followed closely behind by Excelsior at 460 points, and your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man is hot on their heels with 456 points. And we've also got a very tight race trying to get up into that top 3 as well. So let's go ahead and keep everything going, everyone. Looks like we've got 40 people in right now. And remember, you can always join in with any of these. Just go to crowd.live and enter code 9ZZYW. You can start accruing points and go, and then we'll be moving on to an additional one after this. All right. Question 6. What is the name of the first AI in Iron Man's armor suit? Is it A, Karen, B, Friday, C, Jarvis, or D, Vizio? All right, let's go ahead and see what we got here. 80% of people said Jarvis, and the correct answer is Jarvis. Friday actually was the AI that he had after Jarvis. Question 7. On the subject of Infinity, in which Marvel Cinematic Universe film do we first get a glimpse of an Infinity Stone? Is it A, Captain America the First Avenger, B, Thor, C. Guardians of the Galaxy, or D. Avengers Age of Ultron? All right. 54% of people say Captain America the First Avenger, and 28% of people say Guardians of the Galaxy. The correct answer is Captain America the First Avenger. You get a glimpse of it inside the Tesseract. All right, question 8. Which of these films is not in the Marvel Cinematic Universe? A. The Fantastic Four, B. Iron Man 2, C. The Incredible Hulk, or D. Spider-Man Homecoming? And yes, this one is a tricky one. All right. 93% of people said the Fantastic Four. One person did trip up on the tricky one. The Incredible Hulk is actually a Marvel Cinematic Universe movie. Hulk is not, which had Eric Bana. The Incredible Hulk with Edward Norton is still considered canon and part of the universe, even though they changed actors for the character of Bruce Banner. All right, moving on to question 9. If you were to watch the MCU films in order of when they take place rather than the order released, Captain America would be first, followed by... Is it A, Captain Marvel, B, The Incredible Hulk, C, Thor, or D, Guardians of the Galaxy? This one's a little tricky. All right. 69% of people said Captain Marvel, and the correct answer is Captain Marvel. And I could totally see why these 4 people thought Guardians of the Galaxy, because the very beginning of it takes place well before Captain Marvel. However, they do time travel, and the majority of the movie takes place in the 2000s. All right. Question 10, and then we will move on to our rankings. All right. What is Black Panther's real name? The current Black Panther. A. M'Baku, B. T'Challa, C. Okoye, or D. T'Chaka? All right, let's see what we have for our answers. 73% of people say T'Challa, and 24% of people say T'Chaka. The correct answer is T'Challa. T'Chaka was actually his father. All right, let's see where we sit. Jack is sitting at the top at 892 points, followed closely behind by Jerf at 892, and Anna is now in third at 836 points. We'll go ahead and let this scroll through so everybody can see where they sit. Looks like we've got some repeats from Star Wars trivia. I see. Let the Wookiee in. All right. So we have 43 people in now. Like I said, you can always keep adding into this game and playing as well. You can just start getting points at any point. Just go to crowd.live, enter code 9ZZYW. All right. Moving on to question 11. All right. Who ripped Ulysses Klaue's arm off? Was it A, Ultron, B, Hulk, C, Eric Killmonger, or D, Vision? All right, let's see what we got here. 54% of people said Ultron, and then we're split between Hulk and Eric Killmonger. The correct answer is Ultron. Actually, Killmonger was the one that killed him. Ultron, when he ripped off Klaus's arm, it actually was one of the first times that you really could see that AI was unraveling and was just completely crazy. All right, moving on to question 12. Who played Bruce Banner in The Incredible Hulk? Was it A, Lou Ferrigno, B, Edward Norton, C. Mark Ruffalo, or D. Hulk Hogan? Let's see how many people were paying attention when I was talking a little bit ago. All of these kind of got randomly thrown in. I threw a random number generator through Excel and then uploaded all of these in different batches, so I don't know what the next questions are either. All right. 75% of people said Edward Norton. The correct answer is Edward Norton. While Mark Ruffalo is the current Incredible Hulk, Edward Norton was the actor that played him in the Incredible Hulk movie, which is part of the MCU, as I talked about earlier. And Lou Ferrigno is probably, arguably, the most famous Incredible Hulk that there is right now. Even more than Mark Ruffalo. Everyone knows who Lou Ferrigno is. All right, question 13. In Age of Ultron, Ultron attempts to craft a body for himself using what metal? Is it A, vibranium, B, Ethereum, C, byzanium, or D, adamantium? I don't know which one's worse. There's two of these up here that both would be extremely bad for him to have, although one of them was integral to making the shell of it. All right, 88% of people said vibranium. The correct answer is vibranium, which is still technically destroyable, as we're able to see towards the end of Avengers Endgame when that shield just gets broken. But adamantium is actually the strongest metal canonically, I guess. All right, question 14. What is the name of Tony Stark's father? Is it A, Anthony, B, Hank, C, Howard, or D, Jack? All right, let's go ahead and see what we've got. 95% of people say Howard. The correct answer is Howard Stark, who's actually been played by two different actors in the Marvel Cinematic Universe because he was originally in Captain America, the First Avenger as well. All right, this is the final one for this group, so let's see who can win it all. Question 15. Through the film Avengers Endgame, what actor has appeared in the most MCU films? Is it A, Samuel Jackson, B, Scarlett Johansson, C, Robert Downey Jr., or D, Chris Evans? All right, let's see how everybody did with this last question. It is oh, I clicked the wrong button, sorry. 5% of people, two answers said Chris Evans, 43% of people said Samuel L. Jackson, and 48% said Robert Downey Jr. Sorry, guys. I totally botched that one. The buttons are right next to each other. That's actually the first time that I've had that happen. All right, let's see who our final winner was for this first game. Jack pulls it off with 1,269 points, followed closely by Jerf at 1,253, and Anna keeping third place at 1,218. And we had an extremely tight race, everybody. Way to go. All right, I'm going to go ahead and drop you guys to the splash screen real quick so that I can get everything taken care of. All right, so we're getting ready to warp everybody. So everyone that's in this room, you guys can go ahead and stay in. We're going to warp everybody over into the next game, which is Marvel Trivia 2. If this will let me. There we go. All right. So the new code for anybody that is coming in, we're going to give everybody a minute to get in here. If you aren't already in, go to crowd.live N7FQP. Again, that is N7FQP. Everybody that was in the game previously should have been transported, and you should see Marvel Trivia 2. If not, please refresh your browsers and try entering in that code again. But everybody should have transported to the next game. Everybody thank my friend Rosebud in there monitoring the chat for giving everybody the code and making sure that it stays up in the chat. Thank you, Rosebud. All right. Thank you, Marvel Nerd. I'm glad you're having a great time. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get started. You can always jump in, so if you've got some friends that you want to come in here, make sure they go to crowd.live N7FQP. All right. Making her screen debut in Ant-Man and the Wasp, Ghost was initially introduced in Marvel Comics as a male adversary for which other hero? Is it A, Doctor Strange, B, Thor, C, Spider-Man, or D, Iron Man? Some of these are going to be tougher than the others, everybody, just so you know. And we aren't sticking just to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. We are doing a little bit of the comic books as well. We wanted to make sure that we got a good swath of everything going here. All right, let's go ahead and see what everybody said. 44% of people said Doctor Strange, 33% of people said Spider-Man. The correct answer, though, is Iron Man. Question 2. Where is Black Panther king of? Is it A, Wakanda, B, Uganda, C, Sokovia, or D, New York? Remember to stick around for Harry Potter trivia, everybody, starting at 6 o'clock Pacific Daylight Time, just after this. All right, let's go ahead and see what the answers are. 98% of people said Wakanda, and 98% of people are correct. It is Wakanda. All right, question 3. How many standalone Spider-Man films are in the MCU? Is it A, 3, B, 5, C, 2, or D, 4? All right. 62% of people say 2. The correct answer is 2. Good job, everybody. Yep. J. De Monet has it correct. It is Homecoming and Far From Home. Question 4. How many actors have played the role of Peter Parker in Spider-Man? Again, I threw this in random generation, so it is hilarious that this came up as the next one. Is it A, 5, B, 3, C, 4, or D, 2? I always find it funny when the random number generator messes, or not really messes up, but does things like perfect like this. That AI is smarter than we think. Uh-oh. All right. 77% of people said 3. The correct answer is 3. Good job. All right. Question 5, and then we'll get our first look at the leaderboard. Within the MCU, which of these characters has been played by 2 different actors? Is it A, Captain America, B, Nick Fury, C, Hawkeye, or D, the Hulk? Let's see. How many people were in the previous game and heard my random banter as I went through? %98 of people said the Hulk. The correct answer is the Hulk. Good job. You guys know how to listen and remember the questions previously. All right, we're moving over to the leaderboard, so let's go ahead and see how everyone's doing. Jack is in the lead at 475 points, followed by a newcomer, Ant-Man, at 454 points, and Thanos at 433 points. I am being told by Rosebud that I should move to a different song. So I'm going to move to a different song, everybody. All right. We're going to move on to question 6. What is Storm's real name? Is it A, Aurora Monroe, B, Jessica Harbour, C, Pietra Ulysses, or D, Wanda Maximoff? All right. Let's go ahead and see what our answers were. 53% of people said Aurora Monroe, and 35% of people said Jessica Harbour. The correct answer is Aurora Monroe. Question 7. Where is Thanos from? A. Titan, B. Venus, C. Vormir, or D. Nowhere? And yes, I spelled nowhere correctly. All right. 76% of people said Titan. The correct answer is Titan, which he was always referred to as the Mad Titan, and then you find out later in the movies that he's from Titan. What is Star-Lord's mother's name? Is it A. Amethyst Quill, B. Meredith Quill, C. Jane Quill, or D. Jacqueline Quill? Yes, Marvel Nerd. Jay DeMonet is correct on both of those. She is from a tribe in Africa, and she is an X-Man. X-Men. All right. 57% of people say Meredith Quill. The correct answer is Meredith Quill. Good job. All right, question 9. What is the name of Thor's hammer? Is it A, Lightning, B, Stormbreaker, C, Mjolnir, or D, John? All right, let's go ahead and see what everybody said. 84% of people say Mjolnir. The correct answer is Mjolnir. Stormbreaker is actually the name of the hammer/axe that he gets in the later Avengers movies. Question 10. Which character was not brought back into the fold with the Disney-Fox merger? Is it A, Professor X, B, Spider-Man, C, Doctor Doom, or D, Nova? This one requires knowing as much about the MCU as knowing as much about business and horrible contracts. All right, let's go ahead and see what everybody said. Whew, we're even across the board here. 24% of people saying Professor X, 20% of people saying Spider-Man, 29% of people saying Doctor Doom, and 27% of people saying Nova. The correct answer, though, is Spider-Man. Professor X, Doctor Doom, and Nova were all part of the Fantastic Four and X-Men systems, which were owned by Fox. Spider-Man's rights and everything in the Spider-Man universe are still technically owned by Sony. He is just on loan, I guess you would say. And yes, they do still need a Nova movie, but the great thing is that now they can have Nova in Guardians of the Galaxy 3. All right, let's move on to see what our leaderboard is. Jack is still in the lead at 844 points. Your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man has finally come back up, and he's at 823 points. And Anna is back in third place at 759 points. We're going to go ahead and let this scroll so that we can let everybody see where their scores are at. All right, moving on to question 11, the last bank of questions that we have in this trivia game. If it will go, there we go. In Endgame, who is Thor living with? Is it A, Grandmaster, B, Valkyrie, C, Jane Foster, or D, Korg and Meek? And yes, this is one of the funniest scenes in the Marvel Universe. All right, let's go ahead and see what everybody said. 88% of people say Korg and Meek, and it looks like everybody was paying attention because it is Korg and Meek. Good job. Question 12. What is Captain Marvel's real name? Is it A, Jane Foster, B, Emma Frost, C, Natasha Romanoff, or D, Carol Danvers? All right, let's go ahead and see what everybody said. 90% of people say Carol Danvers. The correct answer is Carol Danvers. Good job. Remember, you can join the game at any time. Just go to crowd.live, enter code N7FQP. Question 13. What program created Wolverine? Is it A, Mutant X, B, Experiment X, C, Experiment 13, or D, Cerebro? Part of me wishes I didn't create the submit button into this so that you guys could accidentally hit the wrong one because you thought it was the right one and then can't go back. But I'm glad that I gave everybody the chance. 45% say Mutant X and 35% say Experiment X. The correct answer is Experiment X. He is Mutant X. Marvel Nerd, I'm sorry that it wouldn't let you click on that answer. I've only heard this issue happen once. So yeah, I unfortunately I don't know how to fix that other than maybe refreshing your browser. If you refresh your browser, it should go. You are right. He is Weapon X, not Mutant X. All right. Moving on to question 14. What is Loki the god of? Is he A, the sea, B, thunder, C, mischief, or D, insects? All right, let's go ahead and see what everybody said. 95% of people say that Loki is the god of mischief. The correct answer is mischief. Good job. All right, last question. Question number 15. And you could say the god of awesomeness. You are right. In Infinity War, who was the first person we saw turn to dust? Is it A, Falcon, B, Spider-Man, C, Black Widow, or D, Winter Soldier? Play that scene through your heads really quick, but not too slowly because you don't want to lose out on getting points for this one. This is the last question. All right. 43% of people say the Winter Soldier and 39% of people say the Falcon. The correct answer is the Winter Soldier. All right, let's go ahead and see who won this second game. Anna pulls it off with 1,224 points, followed closely by your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man at 1,182 and Jack at 1,130. Good job, everybody. 3 points away, Demonet. That's not too bad. You gotta have fast fingers. Good job, Anna. Congratulations on making it to the top. All right. I'm going to go ahead and go back to the splash screen for a second, guys. Okay, so just like last time, I am going to warp everybody to the next screen. So bear with me for a second while we get this all squared away, but everybody should warp over. If you have any friends that still haven't joined in, make sure you let them know. They can come on to twitch.tv/BravestEsports and go to crowd.live. They will enter in the next code, which is right now. Everybody should be in. The next code for people to enter in on is HHSTW. That is crowd.live HHSTW. All right, we'll give everybody a little bit of time so that they can get in. Good luck, everyone. This is the third game. It looks like we might be able to fit 4 games into this hour, which is great because I have 4 questions, or 4 sets of questions, so we're good to go. All right, let's go ahead and get started with Marvel Trivia 3. All right, question 1. Which Avengers die in Avengers Endgame? Is it A, Black Widow and Iron Man, B, Spider-Man and Black Panther, C, Captain America and Falcon, or D, Hawkeye and Iron Man? All right, let's see how everybody made out. 79% of people said Black Widow and Iron Man. The correct answer is Black Widow and Iron Man. We have yet to hit 100% on any of these questions yet. So, you guys are trailing only a little bit behind on the Star Wars trivia. All right. Question 2. What metal is bonded to Wolverine's skeleton? Is it A, adamantium, B, aluminum, C, vibranium, or D, titanium? All right, let's see what everybody said. 78% of people say adamantium. The correct answer is adamantium. That is the second alien metal that is found in the MCU, and it is primarily only been in the X-Men until now, in which case we'll be able to have adamantium in there. Yeah, the submit button does have a problem. However, the issues with people putting the wrong answer in and then not being able to change it because of the up and down was, I think, a bigger issue. So no one's able to get 100 on this, unfortunately. But good luck, everybody. All right, moving on to question 3. In the MCU, who is Peter Parker's best friend? Is it A, Jacob, B, Ned, C, Eugene, or D, Harry? I want to say Stanley is everyone's friend, Demonet. But yes, he has gone on record saying that Spider-Man was his favorite character. All right. Let's get ready. 72% of people say Ned. The correct answer is Ned. Question 4. How many children does Clint Barton have? Is it A, 3, B, 4, C, 1, or D, 5? All right, let's see what everybody says. 83% of people say that he has 3 children. The correct answer is 3 children. Question 5. Which of these characters has not lifted Mjolnir in both the comics and the MCU? Not in both of them, but like in the comics and the MCU, who has not lifted Mjolnir? A, Rocket Raccoon, B, Squirrel Girl, C, Superman, or D, Falcon? This is a very interesting question. This requires knowing a lot of comic book lore, unfortunately. 33% of people say Rocket Raccoon, 31% of people say Superman. The correct answer is Rocket Raccoon, because they actually have done a Marvel DC crossover, and Superman was able to lift Mjolnir during the fight, but then once the fight was over, he was considered no longer worthy. He was worthy for a time, according to Mjolnir. And Squirrel Girl, Squirrel Girl can beat up the entire MCU. I don't know about you guys, but Squirrel Girl is awesome. All right. Rocket is a thief continually and really is mildly despicable, but we still love him anyways. All right, question 6. What is Deadpool's real name? Is it A, Pietro Rasputin, B, Sam Wilson, C, James Buchanan Barnes, or D, Wade Wilson? And Ryan Reynolds is the actor, yes. All right. 91% of people say that it is Wade Wilson. The correct answer is Wade Wilson. I hope that you people that are getting these wrong are actually getting them wrong and not being mean and not giving us 100%, because that's just not cool if that's the case. All right. Question 7. Who does Tony Stark love? Sorry, the grammar's a little bad on that. Is it A, Maria Hill, B, Pepper Potts, C, Sharon Carter, or D, Natasha Romanoff? One of the answers could be himself, but then we would have 2 answers. Yes, Robbie Dahl, Harry Potter starts in actually roughly about 19 minutes. As soon as we're done with this, we will switch over to Harry Potter trivia. In which case, we will be starting a whole new round of trivia going, so we're not going to be warping everybody from the Marvel Universe into Harry Potter trivia like we're doing from each Marvel one, but we will be doing the warping from Harry Potter 1, 2, 3, and 4. However, stick around. You can also join in and play Marvel trivia with us. Just go to crowd.live, use code HHSTW. All right, let's see what everybody said. 98% of people said Pepper Potts. You guys were so close. So close. That was the correct answer. Question 8. Which film started off the Marvel Cinematic Universe? Was it A, The Incredible Hulk, B, Iron Man, C, Spider-Man, or D, Avengers Assemble? Harry Potter is a mixture of books and movies. I believe that it's predominantly movies. I had one of our other people put together all the Harry Potter trivia in there. But I believe that it is mostly movies, some books. All right. 75% of people said Iron Man. The correct answer is Iron Man. Hulk came out before Iron Man. However, that was a Universal film that is not part of the MCU. The Incredible Hulk was one that was made, and Edward Norton was the character that they wanted to play Bruce Banner all along, but Edward Norton didn't want to get typecast in a superhero movie, unfortunately. His loss. I really like Edward Norton as an actor, and he did a great job as Bruce Banner, in my opinion. All right, question 9. The Avengers films are the 4 highest grossing flicks in the MCU. What is the 5th highest grossing? Is it A, Captain Marvel, B, Black Panther, C, Captain America Civil War, or D, Iron Man 3? Hey chat, out of those 4 movies, which one's your favorite? %63% of people say Black Panther. The correct answer is Black Panther, which is a great movie. I do enjoy watching, but I want to say Civil War. I really like Civil War a lot. Captain Marvel is a good movie too. Like they're all good except for Iron Man 3. That can just go away. All right, question 10. What is Luke Cage's real name? Is it A, Lucas Cage, B, Carl Lucas, C, Frank Castle, or D, Kane Rivers? All right. 41% say Carl Lucas. 35% of people say Lucas Cage. The correct answer is Carl Lucas. All right. That was question 10. You know what that means, everybody. It is time to check out our leaderboard. Excelsior is in the lead at 856 points. America's Ass at 841 points. Come on, guys. Let's keep it PG. And your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man at 831. I mean, technically, America's Ass would be considered PG. And Captain said it, so, you know. Who am I to judge Captain America? We have 56 people in. If you got any additional friends that want to join in, we're finishing up this one and then moving on to Game 4. Just go to crowd.live, HHSTW, and if they get in, we will be able to move them over to the next one. All right, question 11. If it comes up. All right. Chris Evans is responsible for bringing two Marvel superheroes, to the big screen. Captain America and who? Is it A, Scott Summers, B, Peter Parker, C, Ben Grimm, or D, Johnny Storm? I love this system. It allows me to fix my typos, like, really easily. Did a lot of this last night late, so. All right. Let's see what everybody said. 76% of people say Johnny Storm. The correct answer is Johnny Storm. Good job. Question 12. How many Avengers films have been made? Is it A, 6, B, 5, C, 4, or D, 3? Thank you, Rosebud, for reminding everybody. If you are tuning in for Harry Potter trivia, that will actually be starting roughly about 6 o'clock. We have to finish up this game, and we've got one more game for Marvel Cinematic or Marvel Universe trivia, and then we would be moving on to Harry Potter. All right, let's see what everybody said. 58% of people say 4, 21% of people say 5. The correct answer is 4. Good job. In the comics and the X-Men films, who is Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch's father? Is it A, Angel, B, Professor X, C, Magneto, or D, Beast? They wanted it to actually be 5, but it ended up being 4 because they put Captain America Civil War as a Captain America movie, not an Avengers movie. All right. 83% of people say Magneto. 83% of people are correct. It is Magneto. All right. Question 14. Who are Thanos' adoptive daughters? Is it A, Scarlet Witch and the Wasp, B, Captain Marvel and Valkyrie, C, Proxima Midnight and Corvus Glaive, or D, Nebula and Gamora? All right. Let's go ahead and see how everybody did. 98% of people said Nebula and Gamora. Somebody hit Proxima Midnight and Corvus Glaive. The correct answer is Nebula and Gamora. Someone's really trying to keep us from hitting that 100%. Question 15. How does Black Widow return the Hulk back to his Bruce Banner form? Is it A, anti-serum, B, a lullaby, C, shooting him in the foot, or D, telling him to calm down? All right, we're getting close to the end. Let's see here. 70% of people say a lullaby. The correct answer is a lullaby. All right, we're gonna move over to the leaderboard. Let's see if America's Ass won. Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man takes the win at 1,299 points, eking out America's Ass at 1,276 points, and Thanos Forever close behind at 1,267 points. We got 2 new people winning in this one. Good job. Demonet, you're so close. So close. You can do it. We've got one more game for you, so let's keep it going, everybody. 57 people. Let's see here. Did we break 60? We broke 60. We have 61, everybody. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and put this onto the hold for a second, and then we'll be back. All right. Are we ready to warp, everybody, for the final game? Let's all warp to Marvel Trivia 4. Again, if you have friends that want to play or are ready to play Harry Potter Trivia after this, have them go to crowd.live RJ7AB. Again, that's crowd.live RJ7AB. I'm surprised I actually didn't say this earlier, but we are listening to the LEGO Marvel Superheroes soundtrack, which is surprisingly a very good soundtrack, just so that we make sure that, you know, we don't get our trivia game muted by Twitch or anything like that. All right. Let's go ahead and get game 4 started. Again, that is crowd.live RJ7AB. And if you are here for Harry Potter trivia, that will be starting after this, roughly about 6 o'clock Arizona time or Pacific Daylight Time. All right. Question 1. Who trained Daredevil? Is it A, Hank Pym, B, Cloak, C, Stick, or D, the Hood? All right, let's see how everybody fared. 49% of people say Stick. The correct answer is Stick. Question 2. How many Infinity Stones are there? Was it A, 6, B, 7, C, 1, or D, 5? The giant octopus eating, nice. All right. Here we go. We're not going with that, and we don't technically know if the Soul Stone could be returned or not. 65% of people say 6. 35% of people say 5. The correct answer, though, is 6. And also, that's technically a different timeline and alternate universe, so who knows? All right, question 3. Time travel's weird. Which of Spider-Man's enemies has he been romantically attracted to? Was it A, Rhino, B, Lady Octopus, C, Black Cat, or D, Elektra? Well, technically, you could just return it and not get back what you have. Like, you could just go ahead and return it to the Red Skull at the place, and then he would just have it and just not return the soul. All right. 62% of people say Black Cat. The correct answer is Black Cat. Moving on to question 4. What is the Human Torch's real name? Is it A, Matt Murdock, B, Johnny Blaze, C, Reed Richards, or D, Johnny Storm? Thanks for staying, K Casa. Harry Potter, like I said, will be starting in just a little bit. We're finishing up Marvel Trivia. We will take a short couple-minute break so we can let some of the people that are staying around go to the bathroom. And then we will be starting up Harry Potter Trivia right in this same spot. All right. 70% of people say Johnny Storm. The correct answer is Johnny Storm. Question 5. What do Hawkeye and Black Widow remember very differently? Is it A, the Battle of New York, B, Budapest, C, the Blip, or D, Wakanda? The Blip is hands down both the funniest and dumbest name that you could possibly have for the snap. Just saying. When they first did that, I laughed my butt off, and I was like, that's just stupid. All right. 87% of people say Budapest. The correct answer is Budapest. All right. Let's see where everybody sits. Excelsior is in the lead at 470 points. Scarlet Witch at 468 points. And Sweet Baby Yoda at 468 points. We've got a whole new top three. No, Excelsior, I think you may have made it into the top three. But good job. All right, let's go ahead and see where everyone's at. Harry Potter. Only 56. We lost a few people, everyone. Come on. Tell your friends. Get them over here to play. We can fill this room up. We can hold 100 people in this room. Let's do it. Go to crowd.live RJ7AB. All right. Question 6. What is Doctor Strange's first name? Is it A, Stephen, B, Robert, C, Martin, or D, Winston? The code for Harry Potter Trivia will come up once we start Harry Potter Trivia. So go ahead and stick around. We'll do that quick 2 to 3 minute break, and then it'll come up the same way that you see it down at the bottom. You'll have Harry Potter Trivia. We will not be warping everybody to the Harry Potter Trivia because we want to let anybody new that isn't playing and is only here for Harry Potter get a chance to come in. It is first come, first serve, and we have we have a lot of people, and we only have 100 spots to fill. So I won't warp everybody over. If we do fill 100, I probably will start a new trivia game every time rather than warping. All right. 85% of people say Stephen Strange is his name, and alliteration is correct. It is Stephen Strange. Question 7. What type of radiation caused Bruce Banner to become the Hulk? Is it A, beta rays, B, alpha rays, C, micro rays, or D, gamma rays? They actually make a nod to this in Endgame when they're talking about the type of radiation that is emitted by the Gauntlet and the Infinity Stones. Because during that time, the Hulk goes to grab it, and he says, "It's mostly gamma, so it's like I'm made for this." Good job, everyone. Question 8. Complete the quote. That's my secret, Cap. I'm always A, sad, B, happy, C, hungry, or D, angry. Put two of those together, you'd be hangry. All right. Let's see what we got here. 94% of people say angry. The correct answer is angry. Hulk is fueled by anger. Question 9. What acclaimed actor was initially considered for the role of Tony Stark or Iron Man, but eventually found his way into the MCU as a villain? Is it A, Jake Gyllenhaal, B, Jude Law, C, Tom Cruise, or D, Sam Rockwell? This one is tricky. Remember, if you got some friends that want to join, they can still get some points. Go to crowd.live, code RJ7AB. Again, that's RJ7AB. 52% of people say Jake Gyllenhaal, and 23% of people say Jude Law. The correct answer is Sam Rockwell. Question 10. What is the name of the space dog the Collector keeps in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1? Is it A, Astro, B, Cosmo, C, Venus, or D, Comet? All right. Let's go ahead and see what we got. 52% of people say Cosmo, 26% of people say Astro, and 22% of people say Comet. The correct answer is Cosmo. Comet is actually the name of the dog from Full House. I do not remember Marvel Nerd. I can look it up for you and let you know. Oh, there you go, Justin Hammer. Thank you, Demonet. All right. Let's go ahead and check our leaderboard before we go on to the last batch of questions. Excelsior is still in the lead at 858 points. Good job. Thanos Forever at 840. And Scarlet Witch hot on his heels at 835 points. Just a reminder, we have Harry Potter trivia after this, so anybody that is joining us for Harry Potter trivia, please stick around. We're finishing up our last game here, and then we will be going on. I probably need to pick up the pace a little bit, do less banter with everybody, I guess. But we've been doing 4 games, and we did 4 games for this. We will do 4 games of Harry Potter trivia as well. Ooh, we're up to 70 now. Awesome. All right. Question 11, once this comes up. Question 11. Where did Tony Stark create the first ever Iron Man suit? Is it A, in a cave, B, in a garage, C, in his basement, or D, in Avengers Tower? All right, let's see what everybody said. 89% of people say in a cave. The correct answer is in a cave. And Obadiah Stane even screams it at somebody because he was able to build an arc reactor in a cave, which you do see in Spider-Man Far From Home when they do that little flashback thingy about the people that Iron Man pissed off. Question 12. What is the name of the small team Deadpool creates in Deadpool 2? Is it A, Alpha Team, B, X-Force, C, New Mutants, or D, Defenders? We have hit 100. All right, our participant limit has been reached. People that are trying to get in, you unfortunately will not be able to get in. However, we will be starting a completely new room for Harry Potter trivia. So stick around with us. We have 3 more questions to go. Then we'll take a short 2-minute break or so, and then we will start Harry Potter trivia. All right, let's see what we have here. 83% of people say X-Force. The correct answer is X-Force. Good job. Question 13. What is Cap's shield made out of? Is it A, titanium, B, adamantium, C, iron, or D, vibranium? Is 20 seconds the right amount of time, or too much time, or too little time, everybody? Let me know in the chat. We might change it up for the next batch of games. All right. 86% of people say vibranium. The correct answer is vibranium. Having a shield made out of adamantium would have been great. However, you wouldn't be able to get some of the cool hitting things, like when Thor hits his shield with the hammer and you get that crazy thing going on. All right. Harry Potter trivia will be starting up momentarily. All right. Question 14. What is the name of the team of 6 villains who team against Spider-Man? Is it A, the Sinister Six, B, the Scary Six, C, the Raging Roku, or D, the Spectacular Six? All right, let's go ahead and see what we've got here. 89% of people say the Sinister Six. The correct answer is the Sinister Six. One more question left, then we'll go to the leaderboard and we'll start up Harry Potter trivia. All right, question 15. What is the name of Thor's sister? Is it A, Ramora, B, Hela, C, Nebulous, or D, Elena? Oh, sorry about that. Sorry. Let's start that timer all over again, everybody. Ramora, Hella, Nebulous, or Elena. We're sitting at 112 people trying to get into this game, so thank you everybody. Like I said, we will start a new game for Harry Potter Trivia, and that will be coming up momentarily. We will be doing the leaderboard right after we find out what the correct answer to this is. 90% of people said Hella. The correct answer is Hella. And here's our leaders and our winner. Excelsior finally wins a game. Good job, Excelsior. Thanos Forever at 1307. Scarlet Witch hot on his trail at 1305. A 2-point win in second place by Thanos Forever. Good job. We're going to go ahead and let this scroll through so everybody can see what their scores were. Then we will take a quick break and prep for Harry Potter Trivia. Thank you, Rosebud. GG's to everybody around. Thank you, Demonet. Thank you. I'm glad that you had fun. Again, we will be starting Harry Potter Trivia momentarily. All right. All right, everybody, are we ready for Harry Potter trivia? Sorry, I didn't really want to put on the robe because I'm in Arizona. It was like 102 today, and I really don't need a robe in my house. But thank you everybody for joining us. We are about ready to start. I'm going to go ahead and throw up the screen that gives you the code to get in. You're going to go to crowd.live and enter code TZAFP. Crowd.live TZAFP. Oh, apparently there was an audio glitch when we switched over to the main screen, but is the audio cleared up now, Rosebud? Worst case, I just have to restart the stream. All right, I've been given the go-ahead from Rosebud that we are good to go. Is everybody in? Is everybody ready? We have maxed out the room already. We have 102 people that tried to join into the room. All right, so if you could not get in, this is what we are going to be doing. We will not be warping people to the next room. We will be starting a brand new trivia set every time. And that way you will get your chance to join into the game. Just stick around and you can hopefully learn some stuff or just prove to yourself that you knew the answer. 128 people. Holy cow. All right, everybody. Well, let's go ahead and get started, I guess. Remember, stick around because we will be starting a brand new one after these first 15 questions. All right. Alrighty. First question. How does Harry manage to breathe underwater during the second task of the Triwizard Tournament? Is it A, he transfigures into a shark, B, he performs a double head charm, C, he kisses a mermaid, or D, he eats gillyweed? Sorry, music's a little loud there. Let me turn that down. Some of it crescendos up quite a bit. So just like last time, we are doing to where I read the question, then you fill in, then the timer starts after I start getting to the answer portion. All right, so let's see here. 99% of people said he eats gillyweed. 1% of people say he performs a bubblehead charm. The correct answer was gillyweed. All right, question 2. What is Hermione's middle name? Is it A, Jean, B, Rachel, C, Jane, or D, Sarah? Alrighty, let's see what everybody said. 83% of people said Jean. The correct answer is Jean. Good job, everybody. You guys really know your Harry Potter trivia. All right, just as a reminder, we have it sitting at 152 people trying to play this game, so we will be starting new games every time. So I will be ending the game and then starting up a new one for you, at which point then we will do a whole reveal of the screen and everything just like we did earlier. So please stick around. Question 3. What is Narcissa Malfoy's maiden name? Is it A, Pettigrew, B, Black, C, Evans, or D, Pruitt? I don't know how these kids can stand having this scarf on the entire time because it is warm in here already. Like, my only outlet for my shirt is the collar and my sleeves, and I have locked off this whole collar thing. Maybe I need to loosen it a little bit so that it's just kind of like loosely sitting. Now that's a little bit better. All right. 83% of people said B, Black. The correct answer is B, Black. Good job, everybody. Question 4. How many names does Dumbledore have in his full name? I'm not going to give you a chance to go. Is it A, 3, B, 7, C, 5, or D, 1? Start counting, everybody. Well, they are in the mountains, so I could see that. It's still like being in class and all those robes and layers. You would think that the scarf would be a little much. All right. 86% of people said 5. The correct answer is 5. Good job. Again, please stick around. If you were unable to get into the room, just stick around and play, and you will get a chance to play after this next batch. Question 5. Who does Draco Malfoy take to the Yule Ball in Book 4? Is it A, Ginny Weasley, B, Pansy Parkinson, C, Millicent Bulstrode, or D, Fleur Delacour? Well, thank you very much, Kay Casa. You are now giving me permission to take off my Gryffindor scarf. I was given permission. I was told they only wear it in fall and winter. It is spring, borderline summer here. All right, let's see what everybody said. 74% of people said Pansy Parkinson. The correct answer is Pansy Parkinson. Good job. All right, after our first 5 questions of Harry Potter Trivia 1, let's see what our ranking is. Page 394 is in the lead at 473 points, followed very closely by Once You Go Sirius Black, You Never Go Back at 470. And Once You Go Sirius Black, You Never Go Back Again at 464. Two of you were right on the same page. All right, so let's go ahead and let it scroll through so everyone can see what their scores are. Again, if you are unable to get into this game, don't fret. We have 3 more games after this, and we will be restarting and regenerating the rooms at every game. Let's see that full 100. Good job, K-Casa. All right. Oh, 89. Some people aren't answering. All right. Question 6. What is Rita Skeeter's animagus form? Is it A, a fish, B, a beetle, C, a mouse, or D, a dog? Alrighty, let's see what everybody said. 86% of people said B, a beetle. The correct answer is B, a beetle. Good job, everybody. Question 7. Who knocks out the troll in the ladies' bathroom in Book 1? Is it A, Ron, B, Professor Snape, C, Hermione, or D, Harry? Alrighty, let's go ahead and see what we got here. 81% of people say that it was Ron. The correct answer was Ron. Question 8. Who knocks out the troll in the corridor that leads to the Sorcerer's Stone in Book 1? Is it A, Harry, B, Professor Quirrell, C, Ron, or D, Hermione? Yes, nose wand. All right. 59% of people say Professor Quirrell. The correct answer is Professor Quirrell. Good job. I got some book nerds in here. That's good to see, everybody. All right. Question 9. Who was the student who was petrified by the basilisk right behind Nearly Headless's book, or Nick, in Book 2? Is it A, Lee Jordan, B, Justin Finch Fletchley, C, Dean Thomas, or D, Ernie Macmillan? Yes, there will be a new code for the next round, Pottermaster. We have 166 people now that have been trying to get in. And unfortunately, we have a max of 100 people in this room. But we will start a new room for the next round that will go after question 15. And then we will have 3 more games after this one. 68% of people said that it was Justin Finch Fletchley. The correct answer is Justin Finch Fletchley. We will see about doing 2 rooms. The problem is then I'm running 2 completely different sets of questions. And then having the stream going up might be problematic, but we could think about that. Question 10. Who placed the Imperious Curse on Katie Bell in Book 6? Is it A, Draco Malfoy, B, Voldemort, C, Professor Snape, or D, Madame Rosmerta? There is a black bar at the bottom of the screen. Muggles 2020 is what they were trying to say. You can see it underneath all the answers. It says to play, go to crowd.live, enter code TZAFP. That is the current room. However, we are maxed out. We are now at 167 people, and the room maxes at 100. But we will be doing another trivia game after this. All right, 75% of people said Draco Malfoy. The correct answer is Madame Rosmerta. All right, after 10 questions, let's go ahead and see where we sit on the leaderboard. Charlotte S. is in the lead at 903 points. Press is in second at 884 points. And Night Bus is in third place at 878 points. A very tight race for the top 3. Keep it up, everybody. We'll go ahead and let this scroll through. Again, if you didn't make it into this game, we will be having 3 additional games and a new room setting up for each one. It might require you, once I end this game, to refresh your browsers, everybody, so make sure that you are on that. Some browsers will auto-refresh, some browsers won't. I have no control over that, sorry. All right, almost at the back. All right. Question 11. Let me make sure that the music's gonna keep going. Yep, music is gonna keep going. All right, question 11. What is the name of the dog that Aunt Marge brings with her to Privet Drive in Book 3? Is it A, Shredder, B, Bowser, C, Ripper, or D, Buster? You go to crowd.live, the black box is on the stream, on the screen that you're seeing right there. There isn't, if you go to crowd.live, you can put in the code of TZAFP on there. There's no black box on the crowd.live website. And if you look on the screen right underneath in the stream itself, you can see to play, go to crowd.live, enter TZAFP. Again, that's TZAFP. However, we will be starting a new game after this one. All right. 63% of people said Ripper. The correct answer is Ripper. Question 12. What was the name of Mr. Crouch's house elf? Is it A, Slinky, B, Creature, C, Blinky, or D, Winky? Some of these are way more tricky than others. You can blame my good friend Eyes here on Bravest Esports. He was the one that got all this trivia set together for the Harry Potter stuff. So if anybody has a problem, hit up Eyes the Gamer. Don't really. He's a nice guy. All right. 72% of people said Winky. The correct answer is Winky. Question 13. Who taught history of magic? Is it A, Professor Binns, B, Professor McGonagall, C, Professor Sinistra, or D, Professor Flitwick? All right, let's go ahead and see what we got here. 76% of people say Professor Binns. The correct answer is Professor Binns. All right, 2 questions left in this first game, everybody. Question 14. In which year did Harry go on his first date with Cho Chang? Was it A, year 6, B, 7, C, 4, or D, 5? This is the second game that I have run where the system has automatically randomly generated numbers into letters, and I have gotten C4. Not gonna lie, it's all random at this point. Like, we just put it in and it randomizes the answers so that they're different every time. C4. All right. 77% of people say it was year 5. The correct answer is year 5. Good job. All right, last question of game 1. Then we will move on to game 2 where we will restart a whole new game. All right, question 15. What did Dumbledore leave to Ron in his will? Is it A, the Deluminator, B, the Pensieve, C, Fox the Phoenix, or D, the Golden Snitch? Thank you, K Casa. I will let Eyes the Gamer know that you thought that this was great trivia. 96% of people said the Deluminator. We were so close to getting that 100%, everybody. The correct answer, though, was not right. Sorry about that. Hang on one second. Why did that happen? I think that the system may have glitched. It was the Deluminator. There we go. Sorry about that, everybody. That should give you your points, though. Our final winner is Charlotte S. at 1,283 points, Press at 1,271, and Nightbus at 1,238. Good job, everybody. Like I said, we are going to get this set So we'll let everybody see what their final scores are. Then I will end the game. I will go to my Harry Potter splash. I will get everything prepped. And then we will do a big reveal for the code. But so make sure that once the game ends, that you refresh your browser so that it is on a clean set for crowd.live. Some people with some interesting names in here. All right, I'm going to switch over. All right, are we all ready, everybody? Okay, this is a whole new room. Make sure that everybody goes to crowd.live. Make sure you've got that up either on your web browser, on your phone, on your tablet, anything like that. I'm going to scroll down just a little bit so that I can see that stat number, and I'll let everybody know as soon as we hit 100, but I'm pretty sure that you'll know when we hit 100. All right, so here we go, everybody. Go to crowd.live, enter code 67GJD. That is 67GJD. Jump to 32 real quick. In the 50s now. We're filling up fast, everybody. Get in. Again, we will be running 2 more games after this, so if you do not make it in, make sure that you stick around. You can go ahead and mentally play along with us, yell it at your screen for all I care, but then give it another try for game 3. Don't worry about it. 95, 97, 99, 102. All right, we have now exceeded the max for this room at 100 people. It will take some work to get this set up so that we do 2 rooms at the same time, so please bear with us, everybody. Again, we will be running 2 more trivia games after this, so you'll get 3 and 4 as a chance to get in, but go ahead and hang out and sit along with us. All right, let's go ahead and get this started. I'm being told that I sound robotic when I go to full screen, which is not good, so I will look into fixing that the next time that I go full screen, or I just won't go into full screen. All right, question 1. How old was Voldemort when he opened the Chamber of Secrets? Is it A, 16, B, 12, C, 11, or D, 14? Again, we are completely full. We're now sitting at 121 of 100 players, but please stick around and play with us as you go along. Just yell at your TV as you do, or yell at your computer screen, or go ahead and just answer in the chat. That's what some people have been doing. That's perfectly fine. We will have a 3rd and 4th game going. All right, let's see what everybody said. 74% of people said that Voldemort was 16 when he opened the Chamber of Secrets, and the correct answer is 16. Good job. Question 12. Who was the master of the Elder Wand prior to Harry? Was it A, Draco Malfoy, B, Severus Snape, C, Lord Voldemort, or D, Albus Dumbledore? There is going to be a delay between Twitch and the game. That is one of the reasons why I read the questions out loud, so that it gives you guys a chance to read the questions as they go along. I unfortunately cannot do anything about the Twitch delay. I'm currently running at like 5,500K up, which is green and good, not dropping any frames or anything like that. So we're not having any of those issues. The biggest problem is the stream delay, unfortunately. All right. 74% of people say Draco Malfoy. The correct answer is Albus Dumbledore. Sorry, guys. All right. Question 3. The Dursleys lived at blank Privet Drive. Is it A, 4, B, 11, C, 16, or D, 31? I am getting some minor hostility. Hang on one second, people. Just Chill. 1 second. It did pass to him. However, he never actually touched it, if I remember correctly. In which case, if he didn't touch it, I don't believe that it technically was the master. However, if I give points to the other people, I'd have to give points to the people that said that it was Dumbledore, and I can't do both, unfortunately. So we go with the one that is considered in canon for a lot of the stuff that we looked up. So we're going to move on. 80% of people said 4. The correct answer is 4. Good job, everybody. All right. Question 4. What's the name of the dog guarding the Sorcerer's Stone? Is it A, Padfoot, B, the Grim, C, Fluffy, or D, Fang? All right. 98% of people said Fluffy. The correct answer is Fluffy. That is a great name for Cerberus. You are right, Demonet. Question 5. In a Quidditch game, what type of ball is a beater most likely to hit? Is it A, the Nimbus, B, Bludger, C, Snitch, or D, Quaffle? Took a second for that music to cue up. I thought it stopped. All right. 91% of people say the Bludger. The correct answer is the Bludger. All right. So after 5 questions, let's go ahead and see who is in the lead. Sabrina is in the lead at 474 points, with Faux Puff following right behind at 455, and Quaffle House trailing just underneath at 453 points. I do understand that you guys would like to argue about whether or not Dumbledore was the master or Draco. However, we are now unfortunately past that question, and there's not much that I can do about it because I have to be even for everybody, and I can't be even to both. All right, question 6. What spell does Ron use against the troll in Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone? Is it A, Wingardium Leviosa, B, Stupefy, C, Alohomora, or D, Expelliarmus? All right. 90% of people said it was Wingardium Leviosa. The correct answer is Wingardium Leviosa. Good job. Ohana means family, yes. Question 7. What kind of monster is released from the Chamber of Secrets? Is it A, Acromantula, B, the Basilisk, C, Voldemort, or D, the Boggart? Again, if you are unable to get into the room, just go ahead and stick around. You can play along with us and yell at your screen or yell at your computer. We will be starting a brand new room for Game 3 and another room for Game 4, so everyone still will have a chance to get in. We're still hovering at 128 people trying to get into this, and we can only support 100 of you. All right, 100% of people said the Basilisk. Game 2, we finally get 100%. Good job, guys. The correct answer is the Basilisk. Question 8. Who is the heir of Slytherin? Is it A, Draco Malfoy, B, Tom Riddle, C, Harry Potter, or D, Rubeus Hagrid? All right. 91% of people say Tom Riddle. The correct answer is Tom Riddle. Question 9. Sirius Black escapes on what kind of fantastic beast in The Prisoner of Azkaban? Is it A, hippogriff, B, a phoenix, C, a dragon, or D, unicorn? Alrighty, let's see what everybody said. 99% of people said the hippogriff. The correct answer is a hippogriff. Alright. Question 10. Who was Harry's love interest before Ginny Weasley? Was it A, Fleur Delacour, B, Luna Lovegood, C, Cho Chang, or D, Hermione Granger? All right. 96% of people said Cho Chang. The correct answer is Fleur Delacour. That one I might need to double check on that one. I think that one got filled in wrong, everybody. There we go. All right, let's see the player rankings. Sabrina is still in first place at 851 points, followed by Washington at 836, and closely behind is Faux at 834 points. Everybody is fallible sometimes, everybody. We are sorry, but that one I do know is 100% correct. All right, we're going to go through them. We're going to let everything scroll on through. To be fair, I was batting 1,000 on Marvel trivia, so. Thank you, Kung Flu Pandas. All right. Let's go ahead and move on to question 11. This is the last batch of game 2. We will be moving on to game 3 after that, and we will start a new room so everybody can play. All right, let's go. In just a second. Sometimes it takes a second for it to process through. This is all web-based, so it does take a little bit. Question 11. Which of these award-winning and celebrated British actors has not appeared in a Harry Potter movie? Is it A, Maggie Smith, B, Emma Thompson, C, Dame Judi Dench, or D, Alan Rickman? All right, let's go ahead and see what we've got here. 85% of people say Dame Judi Dench. The correct answer is... there we go. Judi Dench. Sorry about that. It kept double clicking on things and messing things up. All right. Question 12. Which Hogwarts teacher had to be recast after the actor playing this character died? Is it A, Grumbly Plank, B, Flitwick, C, Dumbledore, or D, Hagrid? Let's see if we can get another 100 on this one, everybody. All right. 97% of people said Dumbledore. The correct answer is Dumbledore. Or, my favorite is in the Lego movie when they refer to him as Dumbledore. Question 13. Where does Dumbledore's army practice? Is it A, the Shrieking Shack, B, the Great Hall, C, the Room of Requirement, or D, the Forbidden Forest? Alrighty. 98% of people said the Room of Requirement. We had one for the Great Hall and one for the Forbidden Forest. We were getting so close. It was the Room of Requirement, though. Question 14. Which character was not an animagus? Is it A, James Potter, B, Peter Pettigrew, C, Remus Lupin, or D, Professor McGonagall? Again, please stick around. If you are unable to get into the game, we will be starting Harry Potter Trivia 3 with a brand new room, so everybody has a chance to get in. We're sitting at 133 people now. 77% of people said that it was Remus Lupin. The correct answer is Remus Lupin. Question 15. Which composer was nominated for both Academy and Grammy Awards for the music in the Harry Potter films? Is it A, Danny Elfman, B, John Williams, C, Andrew Lloyd Webber, or D, Michael Giacchino? All right. 60% of people say John Williams. The correct answer is John Williams. John Williams, fun fact that came up on the Star Wars trivia, never watches any of the movies that he actually writes for. So he has never seen any of the movies that he composes music for. He's never seen Star Wars, and that means he's never seen any Harry Potter films. All right. That was question 15, everybody. How comfortable are you feeling? Let's see where we sit. Faux Puff takes the win at 1,308 points, followed extremely closely behind by Quaffle House at 1,299 and Ravenclaw for Life at 1,252 points. Yes, K Casa, that actually would be about on par, yeah. That would be why it does seem to repeat themes. Good job, Faux Puff. All right, we're going to let this go through. As I said, we are going to start a brand new room, just like we did for the other one, so that we can make sure that everybody gets in, because we're still sitting at 134 players that wanted to play this game, and we can only fit 100 people. For those of you who don't know who we are, we're Bravus Esports. We are an esports company, but we don't play esports. We're kind of like ESPN, where we actually show esports. We actually have things like this, where it's just games that we play, virtual game night, Animal Crossing, things like that. But we also host tournaments for amateur brackets for college schools. We've done a bunch of stuff for the likes of DePaul, The Ohio State University, some stuff for Baylor. We've done a whole slew of stuff over the last few months, especially during all this quarantine stuff. So please give us a follow so that you can see when we go live. We have tons of great stuff. I personally do the Animal Crossing, and I think that it's one of the best things that we do. My good friend Rosebud, who is running the stream side, the chat side of everything, her and I both play we play Modern Warfare Warzone. I stink. She is amazing. So there's that. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and throw up the hold and get everything set. I do believe that I figured out why I sound like a robot. Because I had Discord running as well, and that was piping in. Kendra, or Rosebud, do I sound good now? All right, we are getting ready to do Harry Potter Trivia 3, everybody. Thank you, everybody, for sticking with us. Again, we have a 100-person maximum for this, so If you don't get in, stick around. We're going to do Trivia 4. And then stick around after that because we're actually going to do a raid, everybody. If you don't know what a raid is on Twitch, we basically take you all and we move you over to another room where we've got some other great action. We actually have 2 other things running on Bravest Esports right now. On Bravest Esports 2, we've got, I believe, a Rocket League tournament, or no, a Smash tournament. And on Bravest Esports 3, we actually are doing a amateur NHL 20 tournament for the Dallas Stars fans. And this is actually our second one that we've done. So, okay, we are about ready to move over so that everyone can see. Make sure you go to crowd.live and enter your get ready to enter your code in. If you were in the game previously and you are not seeing please enter your code, make sure that you refresh your browser. I have no control over whether or not your browser sets to refresh. Okay, let's get ready. The code is going to be B4JMG. B4JMG. I'm going to scroll down again and watch as you guys stream into the room. Again, that is B4JMG. By the way, we only broke 100 once on Star Wars trivia, which just proves to me Harry Potter fandom probably stronger than Star Wars. We're at 94 already, 96, 97, 99, and there we go. We broke it, everybody. Good job. All right. I love seeing that. This is my personal baby of everything, getting everything set up. So I just love seeing when we break the rooms and there's not enough. However, we can, like I said, get you all in the last one. So make sure that you stick around. If you can't make it in, yell at your TV, yell at your computer, do whatever you like. Make the neighbors think that you're killing somebody. I don't know. But let's go ahead and get started with Trivia Game 3 for Harry Potter. You can only see a Thestral if you A. have seen death, B. believe in the Deathly Hallows, C. wear special goggles, or D. bow to them. Oh, Stash 2424 is in. Again, make sure that you stick around. If you couldn't get into this one, we're very sorry, but we have a 100-person max in the system. The system just can only support 100, but we will have Game 4 coming up after this. 99% of people said have seen death. One person said wear special goggles. The correct answer is have seen death. We almost got another 100%, everybody. So close. Question 2. Who is the ghost of Gryffindor Tower? Is it A. Fat Friar, B. Bloody Baron, C. Grey Lady, or D. Sir Nicholas? Yes, you can do what some people are doing in the chat and just throw your answers into the chat. That's fine. Nearly headless. All right. 94% of people said Sir Nicholas. The correct answer is Sir Nicholas. Question 3. What potion does Harry use to get Professor Slughorn to tell his secret? Is it A. Polyjuice, B. Veritas Serum, C. Amartintia, or D. Felix Felicis? Or Amartentia? I forget. Thank you for the correction cost quiz. Let me just go in here. I can do that. All right. 76% of people said Felix Felicis. The correct answer is Felix Felicis. Good job. Question 4. Which Weasley brother marries former Beauxbaton student Fleur Delacour? Is it A. Fred, B. Bill, C. Percy, or D. Charlie? Oh no, Demonet. You can still make it up, don't worry. I mean, these Harry Potter people are pretty cutthroat. I don't know. Maybe? We're at 111 people. Again, if you could not make it in, please stick with us, and we will be moving everybody out of this room after this and moving on to room 4. So you still have a chance to get in. All right. 79% of people said that it was Bill. The correct answer is Bill. Question 5, and was moving ahead, unfortunately. Question 5? What is the last Horcrux that has to be destroyed in order for Voldemort to die? Is it A, Nagini, B, Ravenclaw's diadem, C, Hufflepuff's cup, or D, Harry? Yes, unfortunately, Soulsucker, you cannot get in, but we will hopefully get you in on the next one. We have one more game after this, and we will be restarting the entire room process. 54% of people said Nagini, 46% of people say Harry. The correct answer is, wrong button, Harry. All right, let's go ahead and check the leaderboard. Once you go Sirius Black, you never go back is in the lead at 479 points, followed closely by Lara Granger at 471 points, and Know-It-All Niffler at 470 points. One second, everybody. Okay. All right. We will go ahead and change that answer to Nagini. We'll back out of here real quick. See if that changes anything. All right. Still has all the same numbers, but it might readjust everybody. All right. Moving on to question 6. What type of animal does Professor McGonagall transform into? Is it A, a dog, B, a toad, C, a cat, or D, an owl? All right. Come on. 95% of people said, or 100% of people, 95 people said a cat. The correct answer is a cat. Question 7. Who owns the flying motorcycle that Hagrid borrows to transport Harry to the Dursley house? Is it A, Hermione Granger, B, Sirius Black, C, Severus Snape, or D, Albus Dumbledore? Ravenclaw, Synchrony. You seem like a Ravenclaw. Yes, CMC 45 Stir. We changed the answer to be Nagini. 85% of people said Sirius Black. The correct answer is Sirius Black. Question 8. How old is Harry when he finds out that he is a wizard? You're a wizard, Harry. Is he A, 11, B, 10, C, 99, or D, 12? That is also not surprising, Synchrony. For those of you that don't know, you can see it from his little badge there. Synchrony is one of our other great, bravest staff members that TOs and does a lot of gaming. He actually plays primarily Smash on here. All right. 91% of people said 11. The correct answer is 11. Question 9. Which of the following is not a pseudonym for Voldemort? Is it A, you know who, B, the Dark Lord, C, the Dark Knight, or D, he who must not be named? All right, let's go ahead and see what everybody said. 97% of people said the Dark Knight, which means that some people said you know who was not one of his pseudonyms. Apparently, they think that Voldemort is Batman. Question 10. All right. How does the members of the wizard community send their mail? Is it A, by owl, B, by train, C, by magic, or D, by plane? Again, if you were unable to get into this game, please stick with us. Keep yelling at your screen. Keep yelling at me. I don't really care. We are going to be starting game 4 after this one is over. So we are going to be actually going over our 7 o'clock end time, but that's A-okay. Don't worry about it. I did 4 for Marvel. I will do 4 for Harry Potter. All right, let's see what everybody said. 99% of people said by owl. The correct answer is by owl. All right, before we move on, let's see our leaderboard. Once you go Sirius Black, you never go back is in the lead at 942 points. Lara Granger at 937 points. And Padfoot and Prolong to, I can't really read what the rest of it is, unfortunately, are tied for second at 937 points as well. Let's go ahead and let this scroll through so everyone can see where they are at. Unfortunately, Rolo, there is not much that I can do about that, sorry. But you can still make it up. If they put the wrong answer in, then that means that they might put the wrong answer in again. All right. Moving on to question 11. This is the last section. It will load in just 1 second. So again, this is the last section, then we will be starting a whole new game with a whole new room and a whole new code for everybody to enter in. So if you're unable to get in, please stick with us. Question 11. After the death of his parents, how is the infant Harry described? Is he A, the future savior, B, the orphan boy, C, the slayer of Voldemort, or D, the boy who lived? All right, let's go ahead and see what everybody said. 100% of people said the boy who lived. So we got another 100 there, everybody. Good job. The correct answer is the boy who lived. Question 12. Where does Harry live when staying with the Dursleys? Is it A, the guest bedroom, B, the cupboard under the stairs, C, the sofa, or D, the garage? All right, let's go ahead and see what everybody said. 98% of people said in the cupboard under the stairs. We almost had back-to-back 100% questions. 2 are true, technically. However, the main portion of it was the cupboard under the stairs. There's technicalities, and then there is the right answer. Question 13. What happens when Harry is at the zoo with Dudley? Is it A, Vernon and Petunia buy Harry a chocolate ice cream? B, Harry uses magic to give Dudley the tail of a pig? C, Dudley locks Harry in the snake cage? Or D, the glass surrounding the boa constrictor's cage magically disappears? Thank you, Kekasa. It was Dudley's second bedroom. That's right, he had 2 bedrooms. I forgot about that. Because why not? Lords have rooms, right? Isn't that how it works? All right, 88% of people said the glass around the boa constrictor's cage magically disappeared. The correct answer is the glass surrounding the boa constrictor's cage magically disappears. Oh, chat. You guys. Question 14. What is the only thing that Harry can remember about the night of his parents' death? Is it A, a blinding flash of light, B, his father smiling at him, C, blood on his hands, or D, the sound of breaking glass? All right, again, if you did not make it into this game, stick around. We will have a 4th game starting after this one. That is a horrible spoiler there, Cosquiz. I'm not even going to repeat that on the stream. 98% of people said a blinding flash of light. The correct answer is a blinding flash of light. Last question of Game 3, then we will be moving on to Game 4. What does Hagrid bring Harry when he first meets him? Is it A, an owl, B, a boomstick, C, a birthday cake, or D, a flying motorcycle? For those of you that don't know, a boomstick is a real thing. Yes, Rosebud is correct. New code coming soon after this one. 96% of people said a birthday cake. 1 person said a boomstick because apparently Harry Potter is now Ash. And 3% of people said an owl. The correct answer, though, is a birthday cake. He did give him an owl. However, the owl was while they were in Diagon Alley. It could have been a typo. Eyes was typing these up late last night. However, a boomstick is a real thing. All right. Once you go Sirius Black, you never go back. Wins it all at 1,416 points. Followed closely by Padfoot and Prolong at 1,405 and Elaire at 1,385. We're going to go ahead and let this cycle through so that everybody can see where they ended up. And then I will go back to our Harry Potter hold and we will get ready to start for Game 4. Stick around, everybody. Please stick around all the way through, even if you don't make it into the game. I want to make this raid that we do be really cool for Mikey when we switch over to them. Mikey is one of our head coaches here, and he does a lot of Smash Brothers, does a lot of different games, and he is over on a stream right now. All right, that is our last one. Time for hold. All right, I forgot to unmute my microphone. We are ready to move on to Game 4. Is everybody ready? Chat, are you ready? I want to make sure that everyone is ready and screaming and raring to go for Game 4 of Harry Potter Trivia. Let's go ahead. Make sure that if you got kicked out of that game, that you refresh your browser if it is not sitting on something that says, please enter your code. Ready? Here we go. Your code is going to be XDWCH. That is crowd.live XDWCH. It's Dumbledore. 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 XDWCH. People are pouring in already. 68 right now. Let's see everybody get in. We're into the 70s. Looks like Nance Pants 87 got in. 86, 88. Keep it going, everybody. Let's break 100. Again, we only broke 100 once during Star Wars Trivia on May the 4th. An actual considered Star Wars holiday. You guys, on Random Friday in May, can break 100 for all 4 games. If you have friends that are trying to get in, they can still get in. We're at 94. Crowd.live, code XDWCH. 95 people, everybody. 5 more to go. 96. It's true, but you guys are just here on a random Friday. Decide to come out and hang out with me and Rosebud and apparently Synchrony, who's dropped in every now and then, and play along. So let's go. All right. 98. I'm going to hold on for another second. 99. Crowd.live XDWCH. 100. There we go. I have not gotten the you broke the game notification yet because we haven't passed 100, but we are sitting. Oh, there it is right there. I am getting requests to turn off the submit button. Okay. If I turn off the submit button, nobody is allowed to complain if their browser randomly shifts the answers up and down for a second. All right. Do you guys want me to turn off the submit button? I will put this up to the chat. Don't turn it off. No. Don't. Okay. I'm not turning it off. Yes, Mason Rainey, there's always shifts, and it all depends on the browser. It's HTML5. It's not perfect. It's trying to work as quickly as possible. So we're going to keep it on there. No one's going to get 100 points. And that's okay, people. We cannot get 100 points, and that is okay. All right. We are going to go ahead and start this game. Are you guys ready? What is Hagrid's official title at Hogwarts? Is it A, Guardian of the Forbidden Forest, B, Groundskeeper, C, Keeper of Keys, or D, Assistant Professor? Sorry, guys. The nays outweighed the yays. So, nay. Submit button staying. All right. 52% of people say the Keeper of Keys. 45% of people say the Groundskeeper. The correct answer is the Keeper of Keys. Question 2. Which of the following is not one of Albus Dumbledore's titles? Is it A, Supreme Mugwump, B, Chief Warlock, C, Grand Sorcerer, or D, Minister of Magic? Oops, I forgot to start the timer. Sorry, everybody. That is the first time that I have done this all night. I am now over 2 hours into this. All right. 89% of people say the Minister of Magic. The correct answer is the Minister of Magic. He is not the Minister of Magic. Question 3. How did the Dursleys explain the death of Harry's parents to him? Is it A, they said his parents died in a battle with Lord Voldemort. B, they said his parents died in an airplane crash. C, they said his parents died in a wizarding duel. Or D, they said his parents died in a car crash. I see that eyes put up a little bit of a typo in there. That's all right. As you're typing, things can happen. I am also accountable for that sometimes as well. All right. 100% of people said that they said his parents died in a car crash. The correct answer is car crash. Damonet is correct. I do not believe that they ever once mention airplanes in Harry Potter. Anybody else fact check that? Question 4. What does Hagrid do to Dudley during his first visit to Harry? Is it A, gives him a piece of chocolate cake, B, gives him the tail of a pig, C, gives him the snout of a pig, or D, gives him a pat on the head? Again, once this game is over, please stick around. We will do a raid. I want to see as many people as we can move over into Bravest Esports 3. Just stick around for a few minutes. Say hello to Mike in the chat. You also could say hello to Steve and Terrell who are doing the commentary. But I definitely want to show them just how much fun we were having over here and how many of you diehard people were sitting here for 2 hours with me. All right. 96% of people says he gives them the tail of a pig. The correct answer is he gives them the tail of a pig. Question 5, and then we'll move on to our first peek at the leaderboard. Where does Hagrid take Harry to buy his school supplies? Is it A, Nocturne Alley, B, Hogwarts, C, Little Winging, or D, Diagon Alley? Okay, so they do mention them once in the Half-Blood Prince, apparently. Planes are mentioned once in Harry Potter. All right. 100% of people said Diagon Alley. Good job. You guys are doing great with these 100%ers. And the correct answer is Diagon Alley. Diagonally, it kind of sounds like that if you're not used to an English accent. I can totally see that. All right. All right, so we're going to move on to the leaderboard. Sweet Baby Yoda is in the lead at 482 points, followed closely behind by Charlotte S. at 480, and Steffley Hollows at 476 points. Let's keep this up, everybody. Where are we sitting at? We're sitting at 103 people. So 3 people, unfortunately, were unable to get in. I hope that you were able to get in on one of the other games or on some of the Marvel games that we were playing. I know that tons of people were here for that as well. Not as many people as were for Harry Potter, but hey, that's all right. We have now broken the 100-person game count for all 4 Harry Potter games. All right. Almost through. Still letting it scroll through. This does add time on, unfortunately, but I want to make sure that everybody can see where they sit. All right. Question 6. What platform is used for the Hogwarts Express? Is it A, Platform 9, B, Platform 9 3/4, C, Platform 9 1/2, or D, Platform 10? Oops. Dang it. That is the second time. Can we increase what the room count? Like how many people can play Stash? Is that what you're referring to? The system itself only allows for 100 per room. We can look at running 2 games simultaneously, but that's really complicated and I'd only be able to stream one of them, unfortunately. So that is a problem that we would have to face. And then let's say that we still only had 100 and we ran a secondary room with it that was running either A, a different set of questions, or B, the same questions just on a different channel. You might not get into this one, and then by the time you get over to the other one, you wouldn't be able to get in either. So we'll look and see. But right now it's capped at 100, but we will let everybody know if we can get that up higher in the future. 100% of people said Platform 9 3/4. The correct answer is Platform 9 3/4. Question 7. How many silver sickles are there to a galleon? Is there A, 17, B, 29, C, 5, or D, 15? Yes, depending on the plan. That is correct. Generally, 100's like good enough for us. It's so far, this is only the first time that all 4 games have gone through. All right. 69% of people said 17. The correct answer is 17. Question 8. How many bronze nuts are there to a sickle? Is it A, 29, B, 5, C, 17, or D, 15? We also do Jackbox games during lunchtime on the East Coast for anybody that tunes in. I believe that we do that Monday, Wednesday, and Friday with my good friend Mike. So you guys come in and play some Jackbox goodness if you like that as well. 83% of people said 29. The correct answer is 29. Good job. Oh, sorry, Canet. What was Dumbledore keeping in Vault 713 of Gringotts before Hagrid removed it? Is it A, the Sorcerer's Stone, B, his personal fortune, C, a prophecy about Harry, or D, the Golden Snitch? Oh, I can tell you tons about Animal Crossing. Let me tell you something. Animal Crossing actually takes place tomorrow. We have island hopping with myself, Just Jess, and Steve, who is currently on the NHL stream, and we travel around and we see people's islands and we get them on stream and we talk about it. If you are having trouble putting in your vote, refresh your screen. Unfortunately, that does happen on some browsers. So that is unfortunately something that I can't control. Every now and then it does happen. Let me see if I can get it to re-go through, but I don't know if I can, everybody. Refresh your screens. Try again. I see nobody in chat saying that they can't get in. I'm going to assume that that means that it's working. %96 of people said the Sorcerer's Stone. Okay, unfortunately, refresh your browser and it will hopefully go through for the next one. But I cannot get it to replay. Sorry, guys. And 96% of people were correct. Okay, Charlotte S. is in the lead at 864 points, followed closely by Jack at 850, and Griffin Puff close behind at 843. Hopefully, this will be solved by going on to question 11. Unfortunately, it is something that can happen very rarely from time to time on these things. Why is this? Okay, there we go. Let's try this again with question 9. Thank you very much, Rosebud, for getting to me as far as what was happening. It's very, with all the stuff that's going on and all the talking, it's hard to know when something happens, and it unfortunately skipped. Who does Harry meet during his first visit to the Leaky Cauldron? A, Hagrid, B, Hermione Granger, C, Professor Quirrell, or D, Albus Dumbledore? Still can't vote? Okay. All right, well, hang on one second. I'm going to go to question 11. Give it 1 second to load, everybody. Does everybody see question 11? Question 9 ruined everything, apparently. All right. We did question 10. Question 9 got skipped, unfortunately. And we tried to go back to it, and that didn't work. So, we're on question 11 now. There are some weird things happening, unfortunately, guys. Sorry. I have been using this system for over 2 hours now. All right. What is the name of the goblin who takes Harry to his vault? Is it A, Longfinger, B, Sharptooth, C, Griphook, or D, Quirrell? That was a short song. For some reason, the music is skipping around a little bit. 97% of people said grip hook. The correct answer is grip hook. Thank you, Stash. Question 12. How does grip hook open the door to Vault 713? A. He uses a spell. B. He uses a key. C. He uses a battering ram. Or D. He strokes it with his finger. All right, let's try getting rid of that track. I think it was having problems. 87% of people says he strokes it with his finger. The correct answer is he strokes it with his finger. Question 13. Who does Harry meet for the first time in Madame Malkin's shop? Is it A, Lord Voldemort, B, Draco Malfoy, C, Hermione Granger, or D, Ronald Weasley? I'm so glad that you're having fun doing trivia night with your brother. So it's a quiet song. There we go. Oh, it does say Malfoy. I didn't realize that. Thank you, everybody. Apparently, Eyes had another just quick... There we go. Draco Malfoy. Now he's going to be Draco Malfoy for the rest of my life now, everybody. 89% of people said Draco Malfoy, and they were correct. It was Draco Malfoy. What is Harry's wand made out of? Is it A, beechwood and dragon heartstrings, B, ebony and black and unicorn hair, C, maple and phoenix feather, or D, holly and phoenix feather? Draco Malfoy is the evil cousin of Draco Malfoy. Nice try, K. Casa. His regular wand. 75% of people say holly and phoenix feather. The correct answer is holly and phoenix feather. All right, this is the last question, everybody. Please, after we do the reveal and we show everybody, stick around. I want to do a really giant raid over to Esports 3, okay? Who wrote the Harry Potter books? Is it A, J.R.R. Tolkien, B, J.K. Rowling, C, Shel Silverstein, or D, S.E. Hinton? Thank you, everybody, for joining us for both Marvel Trivia and Harry Potter Trivia. Anybody that stuck around for all of them, you guys are troopers. That's almost 2.5 hours worth of trivia. Yes, it would have all rhymed if it was Shel Silverstein. All right. 100% of people said J.K. Rowling. Good job, everybody. The correct answer is J.K. Rowling. All right. I'm going to go ahead and show the leaderboards. Again, please stand by and stay with us so that we can do a gigantic raid over onto Esports 3. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. I had tons of fun. I hope that Rosebud had fun as well. I believe that she did. And I hope that you all had fun doing it. We do have Trivia Night next weekend. I haven't quite figured it out. I'm thinking it might be Disney and Pixar, and they would be two completely different things. But we might split them up and do those on different days and have some other things. But we will let everybody know. They will be put in onto Facebook as well. We will do another Facebook event that's up there. All right. Get ready to see the leaderboard, everybody. Jack takes the lead at 1,420 points. Griffin Puff closely behind at 1,394, as well as Sweet Baby Yoda at 1,378. Amazing job, everybody. Good job. Thank you very, very, very much for sticking it out with us. All right, I'm going to let this keep going, and I'm going to prep doing our raid. Okay, everybody. Like I said, please stick with us. This is going to be hilarious. Mikey's going to flip Steve and Terrell may not realize what's going on, but what I want you to do is we're going to go in and just everybody, if you can, spam the chat real quick of like a what's up or anything like that, or your favorite NHL team or no NHL team, or your favorite Harry Potter house. All right, we are starting the raid, everybody. If it's going to go. Start the raid. Oh no! It's not working for me. I know what to do. Getting ready. Almost. Please don't leave, everybody. Raid!